Do you want to run the Malort video, or you just want to fucking start?
Is this getting edited before we send it out, or are we just sending it as is?
I'm just gonna basically send. I can cut this part,
Well,
but
shit,
We'll
fuck it.
send it.
Let's start. Just send it like
okay,
this.
yeah, let's do
Let
it.
them see the logistics of the back.
All right, welcome everybody to the Pongo's League of Doom, the first annual league podcast. This is the Commissioner edition featuring your host, me, David Hollis, ACL's Most Wanted. If you guys want to go around and introduce yourselves, starting with Eric.
Yep, Eric Albin. I think, God, what is my team? Young Boats and Hose. Might switch to Scott's Tots. We'll figure it out.
Team names are pretty fluid right now.
They're very fluid.
I'm Trevor Johnson, defending champion.
Knew you had to get that out.
Second place, average 1.5 places for my 2 years. A+ loser. That's it.
Last
And
up.
last but not least, saving the best for last year. Alec Rohr. I am the Pretenders. I was last.
All right, there's the welcome new commissioners. These are our 3 new idiots leading the charge into another year of fantasy football. A lot of pain, suffering, and one person ends up happy at the end. So I hope
Very
we're all
much.
excited. They have a whole slide deck prepared, and it looks like something out of fucking Shark Tank that we're going to go through here to talk about all the changes. And I can be the voice of the people for you guys. So if you are watching live on YouTube, which we're going to start doing for all of the podcasts, you can even type in chat and call Alec a pussy all you want. So feel free
So
to
are
get
any of you guys
involved.
watching it now?
I don't see any.
live
Right
stream?
now, our concurrent viewers are 2, which is probably
And I'm
me
one of them.
and you.
Which of
Yeah.
me? Yeah, it's also me.
So first off, everyone has to rush to their group message, which they probably have muted, to find out where the live
We
stream
have
is.
3. We have 3. Is that Alec?
I got off.
Oh, yeah, we're doing great then. I can't wait till we're sponsored.
I mean, we're not sponsored by Blue Chip Hotel and Casino.
I did have a sponsor role that I was going to play, but I'm going to do that for when the season starts. I also think I'm going to try and make a ticker at the bottom that plays through or shows the scores from last week the whole time.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's in the future. All right, let's launch in. Do we have anything we want to talk about the last year? We need to bitch about Beck and Mike not doing the Malort commercial yet. What the fuck is that about?
Trevor, start that off.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's been 2 seasons now where the punishment has not actually come to fruition yet. I keep hearing every week it's going to be next week and 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 next week. I've heard that for about 52 weeks since Mike's, and now about another 12 weeks since Beck lost, maybe more than that. Can't get my math right, but I'm just sick of hearing about punishments and
Yep.
our
It's got to change.
our old commissioner not actually pushing it through. So it's kind of sad, but hopefully it comes soon. I heard next week again when we started this, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we were
Wait,
going to
what?
play the Malort video off rip just to spark some motivation maybe in them, but now it feels more like we should be guilt tripping them into actually getting it done. If the league year starts before the punishment happens, I feel like you should have to do it at least like twice as much.
Yeah, we're gonna have a
Previous
triple punishment.
commissioner should have to join.
Ooh. Oh, shots fired.
I like that. I like that.
I hope he's watching this right now.
We're up to 3, including
Three.
myself and David.
Eric's just going to be our viewer count guy. 4 people, holy shit.
If we ever hit 5, the world's gonna explode. So
We'll start putting ads up.
There's only 10 people that have access to this link, so if we get more than 10, I'm going to start freaking
Oh
out.
gosh, this should be a public Twitch channel.
we're at 4 now. So
I was going to
Wait,
do Twitch, but I thought YouTube
Better.
was
Can we get an
more accessible.
OnlyFans going for this thing?
Yeah, we'll start the Pongo OnlyFans and Patreon and all that sooner than later.
yeah.
When I start trying to turn this into
like,
my
watch our podcast. It's on OnlyFans.
when the fame goes to my head and I start trying to turn this into my career, then that's when we'll do that. I do like
We're
the
back,
little.
down, we're back down to 2. We just lost 2 as you guys were talking about
Yeah.
OnlyFans. So
Shit.
4 guys on OnlyFans can't be great.
That's, I'm sure it was like a Coca-Cola rep that saw us talking about OnlyFans and was like, "No, we can't sponsor those guys." We were about to offer him 50,000. I do like your little logo you made for Pongo's League of Doom. It's a
Oh, thank
little-
you. Yeah, it took a lot of hard work on PowerPoint. Found a
Yeah.
stock photo of a Dalmatian and added some font to it. So
I like the choice of font.
It's actually pretty cool. I
Yeah.
never noticed that.
I'm a big fan. Doesn't sound like you've been reading your own slide deck enough, Eric, though. This presentation better be serious.
It's not.
All right.
It's in highlighter green.
It is in highlighter green. Well, let's go ahead and start talking about... Holy fuck, you guys have goals for the season. Okay.
Go to the next one.
We're going to go, yep.
Get
Oh,
this
you
one.
don't want to talk about this? I think this...
Well, we can. We can.
Yeah.
We want to be a little bit more democratic when it comes to the league. So, Sean, I feel like there's two things. One, as like a league member, I would be pissed that Sean was making decisions by himself. But
like vetoing trades that were agreed
yeah,
to
but
on
as
both
like
sides?
also a future commissioner, it's like one person should not necessarily be the one to make that decision by himself. So we wanted to put three people
Nor
in.
have the pressure to make that decision.
Yeah, nor have the pressure. So we want to make three people where there is a majority vote between the three of us to sit here and decide. So one person is just not getting the punishment of people bitching and moaning.
And my votes can be bought
Yeah.
with alcohol, cash. anything more.
Transparency, we don't really need to go into that one. Extracurricular, I think it's just every year let's figure out something else to put a twist so this league doesn't get old. Whether it's live streaming this, videos. This happened at the end of last year. Different things with recaps, etc. And then it kind of goes with the next one of keeping the engagement high. We don't want this to become a boring league. Even if you're 8th place, 9th place, 10th place, we want people to have fun and stay part of it. So
That was impressive. This really looks like something I would see in my entry-level business class. So let's get into some of the deliverables maybe.
I think I made the slide for you, Indy, back in business school in a couple years ago. And
This is Carl Knapp's
Yeah.
Carl Knapp.
101.
I had him for my program like a week or probably 6 months ago. All right. We're going to go into the scoring changes. Any math nerds want to go over this one for me? Seems like it's a lot of kicker and defense changes.
Let's see.
Eric gladly takes the title of math.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read them because people can do that too.
I think this was also a me like bitching and moaning about these two.
Yeah, this one was more or less
This was
related.
heavy.
A lot of it was towards bitching and moaning from Trevor, but a lot of people kind of complained about it a bit. But it's changes to scoring for kickers and defense. We're going to penalize people for missing kicks, kind of like throwing an interception. You shouldn't be missing easy kicks and getting 0 points for doing it. So you're going to lose 2 points for missing a chip shot, a point for 40 to 49, and then a point for a missed PAT. But if you miss anything over 50, I mean, they really just throw you out there anyway these days just to see if you can hit it before half anyway, so we won't penalize you for that. For made field goals, you guys can read it there. I think we reduced 1 point for anything over 50 for the 50 to 59, 60 plus. And then defensive scoring, this one gave me a lot of heartburn last year because you could have a great, like, 3 quarters, and all of a sudden you give up a field goal and you're losing 3 points right off the bat. So we're going to change that. So if you give up less than a touchdown, you're still going to get your 10. Under 2 touchdowns, you get your 8. Under 3, 6. Under 4, and so on and so forth. But if you get over 35 points scored on your defense, you're going to lose 3 points.
So is that going to change anything in regards to defensive scoring points anyway? Like, is sacks, interceptions, all that the same?
That's all going to remain the same, but it's just points against.
Yeah, so realistically, this is when Mike was riding the coattails of the New England defense to, like, 4th place in the league the whole time. This would have made him even more dominant. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, there was something where, like, you give up 1 touchdown, you drop from 10 to 6.
Yeah, you
But
lose.
if you go out there and you have a team that has given up only a field goal through, 4 quarters or 3.5 quarters, and then in slop time they give up a touchdown to turn it into 10 points, and you go from 10 to 6, that 4-point gap just seems huge.
It was a little rough.
A little too rough. I think Halibin hit the nail on the head with the missed field goals. Anything under 40, a couple points away. Anything over 40, 49, like, sure, a little bit of doubt, -1. And then that halftime field goal, let's not punish someone for a 60-yard attempt.
Yeah.
But
Those are just Hail Marys anyway.
I think you should be given a point for a 60-yard attempt, because if your coach is confident enough that they think you can
well,
make
we do,
that,
and
they
you get a 6 point instead of a 5.
Yeah,
So
I was
anything
gonna
over
say.
60, we added a point there. So a little give, a little take.
All right, then what else do we have? The weekly reviews.
Alec,
Yeah,
that's you.
Yeah, I'll
Ah.
kind of take this one since I'll be heading this one. Everyone kind of reads their own, weekly review that Yahoo gives themselves
It's
for
boring as
each
hell.
game. Yeah, it's kind of boring.
A plus loser.
Yeah, this is gonna be something like everyone can read. So like it'll be a paragraph of each game. So it's nothing long, nothing crazy stuff like that. It's gonna be serious at the same time, but it's also gonna be fun and a roast if you suck. Plus, we're kind of doing this to help take some pressure off the podcast as well. So that way the podcast isn't 40, 50 minutes. Half of it's talk about the previous week when it's already Wednesday or Thursday. So it's something for like early week after a Monday Night Football game. You'll have it like Tuesday at some point, get you going there. And then before you know it, it's Wednesday or Thursday. The week starting up again. You got a podcast. We got games going, stuff like that. Each review, like I said, each game's going to have its own review, like paragraph long. We're also going to have like a game of the week. So typically, if it's a close game or, someone makes a huge comeback, like that could be your game of the week. Team of the week, someone who, shatters expectations, has a big comeback, stuff like that. Also have a loser week. So if you suck, you're going to be the loser of the week. So that's really what the weekly reviews are going to be about.
And you're just going to email us those?
Yeah, so each Tuesday you'll be getting a notification on your email from me, and it's me writing about your game and how you did, and if you suck or if you're great.
Are you
Stuff like
opening
that.
that up to people being allowed to roast you if you're late on those? Like,
Yeah,
or
go
are
right
they coming out at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday every day, no matter what?
They'll
Hold
be out on
accountable.
Tuesdays. They'll be out on Tuesdays. Like shit. I mean, most of them be done for the most part on Mondays, even. So Tuesdays won't be a problem. It just depends on how many people are going on Monday nights.
He's like a national sports writer. He writes half the articles before the games are actually done, and just has to change
I
a few
got
lines.
burned by
Builds
that
his
so
narratives
many
already.
times at you,
Yeah.
Andy.
I was gonna say it's like the Yahoo post-draft analysis. Where it's
Yeah.
like your best draftee was this person, and just fill it in.
We know for a fact.
Mad libs.
But,
All right.
the weekly reviews will be coming from me, and it's going to be a lot more fun than reading your Yahoo review because most of the times those just suck.
And since you know it's coming from Alec, if you get tired of him, you can just block his email or send it to spam.
Bingo.
All right. How about the fantasy draft? What changes should we expect for the draft this year?
So this year it's not really going to change. We're going to do virtual this year with everything going on, but in the future we're going to do something live. So the plan for this year was going to be we're going to do it at my house, do it in the basement because I've still yet to host really anybody except for Sean's wedding. So do it at my house, and then we'll do some sort of competition to figure out like maybe how the rounds are going to go for the draft, who gets first pick, who gets last, something like that. Still have to figure it out because we kind of scrapped it. Once we figure out, we're still going to do virtual. So this year's virtual, but in the future we're going to do something more fun, golf scramble, something like that, and then have our draft. So maybe one year we'll do it, I don't know, out of state, somewhere fun. Maybe we can go to Nashville one time.
Not doing anything crazy with draft stuff. Still snake draft, randomly decided an hour before, or like Yahoo. For Yahoo, it's like 4 minutes before. I feel like it's never on time.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be random. I've kind of been throwing around the idea of what if we podcast right before the draft and we choose the draft order out of a hat, something like that. That could be fun too.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
But we'll see.
that.
It'll be fully random.
Little fantasy lottery.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
This
Yeah.
group loves gambling. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a hit.
Oh, that would be fun. Gamble on the lottery.
Yeah, I got $50 on Alec getting the last half of the draft. Okay, so then the postseason awards. Instead of just postseason punishments, we're gonna have some other things.
Yeah, I'll take the award. I don't think it's anything major here. I think it's, what we all kind of want and expect. I think we need an actual trophy.
Okay.
Alabama, Alec, and I are going to do some investigation and potentially investing in an actual trophy to pass around. We want something, fun for the league, something big enough, but also small enough to where we can ship it. But an actual thing that someone can keep, for the year. I think I would have loved to have a trophy behind me for, Zoom in 2020 and 2021, saying I'm the fantasy champion for all of work to see. But we got
Let them know what you spend most of your work day.
Yeah,
Let's see what's eating away your productivity.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of hinted at some postseason awards. Maybe in the last half of the season, we did like a podcast with some kind of joking postseason awards here, but kind of expand on that and get some good postseason awards going for a fun post-year podcast.
Are these going to be consistent awards, or are they going to be variable year to year?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know the answer to that. I think a few consistent. I wouldn't mind having a few like solid, consistent ones, and then toss them in for situations if something pops up. Maybe they're the 10 consistent ones, so everyone gets a consistent one, and then we have another few kind of fun ones tossed in. But and then I think the big change here that Eric, Alec, and I want to do is that the punishment is not necessarily a private punishment anymore. We want it to be something in front of the whole league. We have yet to decide on what that should be, but something embarrassing to where they have to do it, enact it, present it.
Yep. Everyone go look up the Waffle House punishment. That was on ESPN.
In front of the whole group.
Yeah. Those are giving us ideas. That one specifically.
Yeah. So and I think it's good to get the group together, right? So a post-year get together, if it's back in Indy again, if it's in Nashville, if it's somewhere where we can spend a weekend.
Ibiza.
And then part of that trip in Ibiza. And then part of that trip is just the punishment. We have time set aside for the punishment, whatever it is. But undecided right now. We'll think if anyone part of the group has anything that makes sense, send it our way. I think we're wildly open to new ideas. So
another thing we kind of talked about the other day, potentially, when I say talked about it, it was like a minor conversation, I guess, still, but the winner chooses where we get to do the draft and how we decide, stuff like that. So that's also a possibility after this year.
Cool. That sounds like something we will be talking about a lot throughout the year to figure out what we want to do. Okay. Podcasts. I can take this. It's mine.
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah. I'm going to do the podcast every week because I bring all that sweet, sweet production value at $0 paid. So I'm going to keep doing the podcast. The plan is to do a live stream of the podcast similar to this one every week, probably either Tuesday or Wednesday, starting at 8:30 or 9, depending on availability for people. I'm going to try and get a running series, like a bunch of people on consistently, probably have at least 2 guests. If we want to get a bunch of people together, that's fine too. Maybe we'll do a one-on-one with Sean at the end of the year to see how he feels about how the league went. And we can get like Pongo and Penny in the camera also.
Can I get an idea here? Can we also do like a mid-season full league, 10 people?
Mid-season roast review? Mid-season roast to the person in last?
Not even necessarily that, but like we all come together as one group live during the draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there on, we never come together as a group again. So potentially something in the middle or postseason where we're all on again. We have topics, we have something, but I think the whole like going back to that first slide of increased transparency, like increased engagement, is just how can we get us all together, whether it's live or whether it's over video again, but how can we get 10 people in it? And the podcast does a good job of bringing people in all the time, see new people and all of that. But I think like a week 8, week 7, whatever the midseason is with the new week of the schedule, just a pod or a live stream, or it doesn't even have to be recorded, but getting it all 10 on again just to hang out for a bit and talk about the season.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, we could definitely work something like that.
Pretty cool. I like that.
Another thing that we are going to try and focus on more, like Alex said earlier, as opposed to being a recap and look forward, we will definitely still be doing some look forward things, but we're also going to try and do more segments, more like driven content that's not just like, hey, let's talk about what happened and then move on. Like Sean attempted to do like waiver wire target of the week, and then no one would ever really participate in that. So
yeah, doing something like that. It was, last year when we did the superlatives or whatever you want to call it, like one team comparing them to a quarterback and giving reasons why. Like those are the kind of segments we want to keep up and kind of do every week. So kind of exonating the previous week, like recaps there, gives it more time for a segment each week while not taking an hour of time to record the podcast and then everyone having to watch later.
Isn't the podcast how you got your name, The Pretenders? Is that really why you want to do more segments so you can get more name ideas?
I think it's also just a great roasting session, and
I
I'm
agree.
all for roast.
I'm happy to be
That's
roastmaster this
what
year.
it was.
That'll be
It
fun.
was a roasting session when I gave him. Well, I roasted that he was the number one team in the league, and I was just sitting there for 6 weeks calling him a pretender.
That's all your
And I was number one that entire 6 weeks until first week of playoffs. Bitch.
Clearly, there's still no bad blood at all between the commissioners, and they're all happy to be part of the same team. So yeah, if anybody has any ideas for segments or anything like that, go ahead and reach out in the group message or just text me individually if you don't want people to hear your idea because you think it's stupid. There's no stupid questions if you ask me. There are stupid questions if you ask the whole group.
David finds them stupid enough, he will then broadcast it to the whole team.
That is true. If they're real dumb, ooh yeah, everyone will know. Okay, buy-ins. That's our next thing.
Hollivan, you want to take this or you want me to take it?
This one was you.
You can do the next one.
I can do the next one.
The next one, yeah. So increased buy-ins. I don't know, as we all get older, move a little bit further out of college, I just kind of think that buy-ins can go up. Right now we have it $50 buy-in for this year. What was last year? 40?
40.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind increasing it a little bit more. We can kind of debate about that, but I think the 50 is a solid place. 50 times 10 of us, $500 available. We're thinking first place gets 300 this year, second place gets 100, third place gets their money back at 50. But we want to add something new this year where the losers bracket. So what is it? Only the top 4 make the playoffs. 5 through 8 make a losers bracket. The winner of the losers bracket would also win their 50. So if you're in the bottom 5 to 8, you still have a chance at getting your money back. Keep that engagement high. If you're 9th and 10th, sorry about you. Wow, we have 5 minutes left of this stream. Notification.
Yeah, wait, what? Is that a real thing?
I just got a notification. Your call ends in 5 minutes.
Okay, well, we better fucking wrap this shit up.
Yeah, let's.
Hollivan, if you want to start making another Google Meet, like now, we can try and rejoin that one.
Second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a scary notification to get in the middle of the live stream.
Are we still
You're about to be
recording?
charged, and you're not going to know about
The
it.
recording will save the whole time. It's just a matter of if Hollivan gets me the...
Let's just exit out, and Hollivan, you send another email real quick.
I got one right now. I'll just put it. Yeah,
Put
I'll
it in
just
the
send it
chat.
real quick.
Put it in the chat.
I'll just email it. It'll be easier.
I was mid talk, and all of a sudden the pop up.
By the way, we're running out. The new topic of the podcast is how do we keep the podcast alive? Because it's about to be over.
The buy-in's going to include a $2 extra fee just to get premium Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, whoops. Whoops is right.
I'll have to figure something out.
Well,
Draft
cliffhanger. Stick around for when we all disappear for a second. Since we're going to be talking about Rivalry Week when we come back. So apparently no one is able to get into the call now. It is just me alone talking to the void.
Yeah, sorry. It wasn't letting me click on anything.
It's okay.
Drop out and get back in.
I was watching David buy time on the stream.
Yeah.
That was a
They
perfect.
basically threw me on stage and said, vamp. The
Damn.
product's not ready, vamp. Can you stall for 45 minutes? No.
We're back, baby. We're back.
I only had to move
Clean
2
a chair
names,
for
so
us.
that's good. Yeah. Okay, we're back and we're ready to talk. For those of you that stuck around, it's
No
now
one.
time to talk
I was
about
the only
Rivalry.
one on the live stream.
Well, it'll be fun when they watch it back. Maybe I'll cut that part, or maybe I'll leave that raw, unedited, and then just.
Just tell them the minute timestamp to cut to.
Yeah.
Oh, there is an ad playing when I clicked on the podcast.
Oh fuck yeah!
Live
YouTube.
stream.
I'm already raking
You're
in that
making
YouTube
money.
monetization.
Toyota.
I need to make a PayPal for Pongo's podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually clicked on a different video on
God
accident.
damn it!
I was gonna say the ad money goes to the winner.
Let's say, how
Oh,
quickly
God.
did I do that?
No, it goes to Google Hangouts, so we have more than an hour on here.
Yeah, so let's make sure the rest of this doesn't go another hour.
Yeah, I want to get this wrapped up.
So we're gonna talk about
To
rivalry
be fair,
weeks now.
We talked for like 30 minutes before.
I know, we
started
were-
this.
Yeah.
Shoot the shit.
So, all right, rivalry week. This is something we all kind of thought would be a lot of fun. There's like an ad hoc one going on between some people already. So we decided to formalize it. And essentially what's going to happen is everyone's going to play each other twice during the year minimum. But you're also going to play your rival obviously twice. Once during the regular season, and then the last game of the regular season will be rivalry week, and we will all have our rivals to play. So, what do we say here? Loser has to what? Chug and ice? I
I think what we decided, or what we were going to let each rivalry, like those two, decide
Make their own?
what they do, whether it's
Okay.
a shot or anything kind of like that.
I like it.
Aaron,
So-
so did we chose the rivalry matchups?
We did. Let's display them. So we got
Oh, here we go.
Trevor and Mitch.
That's the Illinois boys.
Alec
Formerly
and David.
Illinois boy.
Me and Beck. Sean and Mike. Bocek and Aaron O.
Do you want to go into any detail about how you decided on the rivalries?
I think we all just kind of picked. I think a lot of them seem pretty.
I would ask you,
Obvious.
why do you hate Beck? I'm just kidding.
Actually, it came down to just a couple, and Beck and I are going to be a new rivalry. I think Beck's beat me every time I've played him, so it's
You're
more
giving
like
Beck,
Ohio
like-
State, Michigan
Yeah,
for me
you're
and
giving-
him, where I'm Michigan right now and completely suck. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not looking forward to getting my ass kicked every year by him. So
It's
Yeah,
nice for you to give Beck like one of his like 3 wins every year. That's a good thing you're doing.
I know.
Yeah, it was-
but seriously, I've looked back and he's beat me a lot.
We put the rivalries together last week, and like 3 of the 5 were all super easy. So the last 2, it was just kind of like piecing it all together. So it wasn't bad
Yeah.
at all.
I thought we were gonna see Battle of the Aarons, but Eric and Beck.
That might
classic
happen
Aaron.
during the season. I
Mhm.
can go look.
The Aaron Bowl.
Yeah, that can be an extra one.
All right, sounds
Yep, that's
fun.
it for rivalries. So that'll be fun.
Additional shots. This is something that concerns me, and also the old as we get older and older, how this is gonna go and take shots during the
Heartburn.
week.
My heartburn's not going to live up to this league this year.
hmm Get your
No.
screwball ready, folks. It's gonna be
Oh,
a
hell
good
yeah.
Get
year.
them ready.
Ooh, I'm gonna be having a new whiskey this year. New whiskey coming out. My dad's telling me something called Dough Ball, cookie
Dough
dough
Ball.
flavored whiskey
Oh no.
coming soon. I was supposed to have a shot this weekend of it, but hadn't been shipped yet. So I'm excited.
No, the additional shots. We're only really adding like one extra one per week here. So the dumpster fire team of the week stays, but the other
DF
guaranteed
toe.
shot each week is the biggest blowout now. So I went back and did the math too. Of all the games last year during the regular season, only 3 of the weeks would the same person have both dumpster fire team of the week and the biggest blowout shot. So it doesn't happen as often as you might think. So we have 2 guaranteed shots each week, but we also have still the lose by 100. You have a shot if your opponent puts up 200 plus. It's a shot back-to-back weeks or consecutive weeks of each. Those just keep piling up. So yeah, hope your livers
Cool.
are ready.
So most of it's gonna be based on your own performance, but you also could get fucked if your opponent scores 200. If you get 200
Yeah,
apiece,
like-
you gotta take a shot.
Yeah, last year when Holloman absolutely ruined my Thanksgiving with AJ Brown and Derrick Henry, I had 3 shots that week. So
God, I love those two.
I mean, there's a good chance someone gets dumpster fire, biggest blowout, loses by 100, and their opponent scores.
There could be 4
200.
shots.
yeah, so I'm really praying.
Like
That's the
that's
L week.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
praying for Mike because it'll happen to him.
Yeah. That'll be bad.
So what happens though? Fun scenario. If it happens again to the same person the following.
If you get
8 of 'em,
200
baby.
piece
8 of
twice,
'em.
yeah, you probably have to. Yeah.
You
What if you get all
right.
4 of those twice in 2 weeks in a row?
You also
Yeah,
might have to
sorry.
petition for your spot in the league, because I don't know if you're pulling enough weight for if that happens.
That's
to you.
true.
Thing is, with the scoring adjustments with the kickers and defenses, like your skill players are really going to have career weeks now.
That's true.
So, yeah, it shouldn't become an issue. But if it does, like, you probably shouldn't be playing fantasy football to begin with.
Hey, I respect that opinion. All right, so we're gonna go to the. Oh, this is the proposed.
Yeah, this is the last slide that
Holden's
we got.
championing this a lot, and this
Yeah,
is the only
I
thing
like-
that we'll need, like, the people who listen to this to respond to.
Right. So this one will come down to a league vote. We're not going to install this at all this year. But keeper league, I'm proposing and hoping that we can do a keeper league. So basically draft this year, and then at the end of the season, you get to keep 2 players, up to 2 players going into the next season. So how it would work out though is if you kept 1, you wouldn't get a first round pick, and your first selection would be round 2. Or if you kept 2, your first pick of the next draft wouldn't be till round 3. So that's just kind of how it worked out. I just think it'd be fun to be able to hold on to a player. I've always wanted to hold on to a couple players throughout the entire time. There's always a couple guys I gravitate towards. Like, I think I've had Tyreek Hill ever since he was a rookie, and I always thought it'd be fun just to keep having him. Stuff like that. But I think it'd be fun to be able to have at least 2 consistent players are going to produce for you each year. That could always at least make your team possibly decent. So we'll put that one up to a league vote. But
So I have a question about keeper leagues. I have heard of keeper leagues where it's not you keep a player, you lose your first round pick. It's you keep a player and you lose the pick from whatever round you drafted them in. So, like, if I took George Kittle in the 3rd, I lose my 3rd round pick, but I keep George Kittle.
so from what I understand on Yahoo, you have to declare your picks before the draft and tell them which round you would have picked them in. So if I were going to keep from last year Derrick Henry and Tyreek Hill, I would have said Derrick Henry is my round 1 pick, Tyreek Hill is my 2nd round pick. And then Yahoo knows during the draft to take them out during those rounds.
I know what you're saying.
I
I'm
feel
saying
like there's like a dynasty league where it is like you're
You could
5
keep,
years
like,
deep,
CeeDee
and it's
Lamb
like,
from round 8.
oh, you got to keep your late round picks being good, blah blah blah. This is very much, if you decide to keep a player, you lose your first round pick.
okay.
Yeah.
And if you want a first round and a second round pick,
You don't
then
keep-
you don't keep your players. But if everyone else keeps their players, guess what? Your players might be the best available at that point. So I think we're going to keep it with you keep a player, you lose a pick for 2 rounds. If you don't want to keep any of your players, if they were all garbage, you get and everyone else does, you get the first 2 picks of the draft, and you go at it, and then the draft starts again.
Yep. But we'll put that one up to a league vote. So we'll see what everyone wants to do.
We did not want to turn it into a 2-round keeper league before the next draft, because I do think that it influences the draft a little bit.
Yep. You could be
someone-
drafting some younger players like Lawrence or Herbert and Jefferson. Yeah. You might draft them earlier this year.
So we'll push this through a vote, see if people want to do a 2-person keeper league. Once again, you do not have to keep 2 players on your team. You can
redraft
choose
your
to,
entire
and
team
your,
every year.
yeah, your 2 players would replace your first 2 picks the next year. So you don't have to keep the people. If you want to, you can, but we'll put up to vote.
Yep.
Okay. Is there is a timeline where you have to decide on keepers?
I think it's just right before the draft, right?
Yep. Just before the draft, and you have to declare which players.
But once again, we're not doing it for this draft.
Correct.
We will vote on if moving forward we want to keep our league. This draft is 100% fresh, no matter what. If we decided we want to keep our league, maybe some people will pick younger people for the future.
Yep.
But going into this year, we're all 100% fresh.
Yeah, we'll just have a poll before the draft, and we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Cool. Then I think this is when I guess you guys are discussing your goals.
I think we're
No, we're done.
We're
We can
done
go
now.
back. We don't even need to
Okay, this was
talk
just
through this
for
stuff.
this is for
Yeah,
the,
that's all.
Good
That's all at
stuff.
the end.
this is to make
Yeah.
sure you get all your grade points for me at the end when I give you your
That
final
was,
exam score.
I want
that
some
was
extra
to make
credit.
that was all stuff that we wanted to do that we might sprinkle in throughout the league, but no
Not
mandatories.
yet.
The weekly parlays for waiver wires, things like that. You might have some weekly
Oh yeah, any budget
treats.
changes or anything like that?
treats to come out. No, I think budget's gonna be the same, $100. But like I said, we might sprinkle in every couple of weeks, chance to earn more waiver money for the Aaron O's out there that run out of waiver wire money 3
By
weeks
week
Early.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sounds like there's a lot of changes. Feel free to blow up their phones if you're angry about any of them. Express.
I
Your
don't think
opinions.
anyone's gonna watch this much of
No,
it
probably not.
to even know. So
I'm gonna have to.
You
I
really
probably
said
am
that
gonna
one.
cut down some of the fucking shit show parts and then put it out. I will put it out on Anchor again. I'll try and put it on Spotify. It also will be in full YouTube video form, so you can just watch it on YouTube or play if you have YouTube Red, which is like the premium YouTube. You can download it and watch it or listen to it and watch it on your phone or whatever. Give me probably like 24 hours to make sure that works, because I don't know how quickly my podcast app systems will open it up and let it work. But I think that's all. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about as the new commissioners? Do you have like a mission statement or any verbiage like that you want to get out real fast?
No.
No.
All right,
We're gonna
cool.
drink and have fun.
It's gonna be fun. We're gonna drink
we
a lot.
just want people. We want people to stay engaged. That's it.
Oh, I had a question. Has there been any discussion on upping the size of the league to the more standard 12-person league size?
So I'll take this one from the start.
Yeah.
Part of our discussion was to go up to 12. The old commissioner requested to keep it at 10 for the time being. That was going to be also a vote alongside of the keeper league. For this year, we're going to keep it at 10.
Yep.
If people have one way that they believe or don't believe to take it from 10 to 12, let us know. But for now, the plan is to stay at 10. So
It's something that we could look at, into the year again.
I also think it depends on who are the proposed people joining.
Yeah, that as well.
They have to pass rigorous tests.
We need
Solve
resumes.
3 winding riddles. No, okay.
They have to fill out a formal
We
application.
we need a solid franchise that sells tickets.
Okay,
as part
yeah,
of
that's
this
fair.
league, so.
They have
Literally, I'm going to
fill
determine
out
to say the first person to get to Tampa, Florida wins. Yeah. Now. Go.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
Keenan's
So,
go-kart.
yeah, there's no plans to add diversity to the league, it seems. Yeah.
He's
We're not
just
going to have the
booking it
first
down
woman
the
in our
interstate.
fantasy
Sean would drop a
football
banana in front of
podcast.
him. Spit him out.
Okay. Well, I think that's all.
Cool.
I'm going to end on this beautiful screen of their faces and the commissioner proposal, which is pretty much already proposed and approved other than the Keeper League thing.
Yep.
So make sure to subscribe to Pongo's podcast on YouTube. That is the new official home for all video content related to Pongo's podcast.
5 stars.
or
5
Pongo's
stars
League of
and
Doom.
subscribe.
Yeah, just
5
make
stars.
sure you fucking smash that like button, hit that bell, so you get the notifications. If there's
Is this
any,
private?
if anybody puts any video content like shit up, and I'm able to find a way to download it, like if you record your shot, I'll put all of the shots on the YouTube channel because that won't take me that long. If
Are
it's
these videos private on a private channel?
fuck no, this is public.
Oh God, I hope there's a Monday night game between like the championship and we can make people just do you have to sit on a live stream and just watch every play.
Yeah, we'll-
Maybe championship game we need to make the two sit on a live stream with each other and watch the game.
for like 8 hours. You better
Yeah,
fucking buy
yeah.
Google Me Premium then, because we're not.
Oh,
We're
Jesus.
gonna be making
That's
a
what
lot of
that's what
calls.
I thought. Coming
New
for.
idea. We might add that to it,
Okay,
especially if it's Beck. I want to see Beck just panic.
just freaking out. I'm down.
But we all know Beck's not going to be in the championship. He's going to trade
Hey, I
away
saw
Devontae
Aaron-
Adams.
I saw Aaron Beck win a fantasy game last year, and he was having the time
One
of his
game.
life.
He won one game.
was gonna
Beat
say-
me, bro.
He beat me.
It's like when the
That
Jaguars
was-
beat the Colts. It's just like,
One of his 4. That's big news for him. Let's not downplay that big
He
W
had
for
my
you, Beck.
number all year though.
Great job.
Cool.
All right, well, I'm going to
Alright.
end the stream. I'm going to turn it into a YouTube video. You can find it on all your favorite podcasting services. Probably not. It'll probably just be Anchor and some shit like that. But you can watch it on YouTube. And I'm going to probably record the entirety. I'll do almost the exact same thing we did now for the draft. If everyone's cool with that. If someone refuses to be filmed on camera and put in the public space, then that's fine, and I will not do it. But
Fuck that.
get over yourself. Yeah.
Get over yourself.
It's not. I'm not gonna broadcast it to your LinkedIn. You're gonna be fine. So, we're gonna do that for the draft. Draft is Tuesday at 9, September 6th. Was that the day?
Yeah,
Tuesday.
it's a Tuesday. It's not the Monday.
It
Tuesday.
is the 7th.
Okay.
Yes.
Tuesday,
For
September
some
7th.
reason, Mitch Ransburg has a wedding on a Monday.
Yeah, what the fuck is that about?
That's wild. I did not ask him. For
Labor Day
details.
weekend.
Yeah, but that would
You do it to Sunday.
That should be a Sunday. Yes. Yeah.
I
That's
hope
when I did my wedding.
Yeah.
maybe she's always wanted to be married
Mine's a
on
Saturday.
Labor
So-
Day.
A Tuesday wedding Monday
Tuesday
wedding.
wedding
Wait,
is
Monday
worse.
wedding.
Her
is-
favorite holiday is Labor Day, and it's the wife's choice, guys. Chill out.
Oh, it's
I
my wedding. It's a good day.
For
All
Yeah,
right.
but you did Sunday, right?
Mine was Saturday.
Oh God.
So-
Yeah, who does Monday? Who has a wedding on a Monday?
All right. So
All right.
other things
Bye,
to be
guys.
established for the next one. Mitch, explain yourself. All right.
See
We're
ya.
gonna be done. Everybody,
Bye.
Bye.
peace.